All right, guys. I don't know if you've seen this video yet. It's called Feed the Cats, Go to Jail. Unbelievable. I posted that video a couple days ago, or 1 day ago. I'm sorry about that. Guess what happened? You guys got to listen to the story. I just got off the phone with Miss Han, and you will never believe what they did to her yesterday. In between the hours of 6 and 12 midnight, 6 in the evening and 12 midnight, they ended up taking her to guess where? Jail. They straight up kidnapped her. They did not allow her to film them at all, which is a violation of her constitutional rights. And you will not believe the bullcrap charge they hit her with. This is the Garden Grove PD. You guys, I'm just going to let the story play, all right? This is her on the phone. I had her permission to record the conversation. Here you go. Okay, I'm ready to go. So, the cops get out there to where you were at, and they were laughing and having fun before they took you to jail, you said?
That is correct.
All right, go ahead and let us know exactly what happened.
Yes. Okay. So, two cops' car pulled up. As I was approaching my car, getting more cat food, and they quickly grabbed me and shoved me against the car, and they said there was a whole department's email sent out because of me, and then they were laughing with each other, and one guy said, "I'm going to do it," and got out the handcuff and handcuffed me.
What?
And I was begging them. I said, 2 nights before, I was escorted by police and animal control officers, Alexis and Gabby. Please call them. They instructed me when a police officer approached to call the dispatch of animal control, and and they wouldn't do it. And eventually, they made a call on my phone and just hung up. They were joking about it.
They were joking about it.
They wouldn't. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
They were not serious about verifying permission.
Okay, and then they also on your email that you wrote me, they refused to let you video record them, right?
Yes. I tried to get my phone. They slammed the car door. And so yeah.
Your car door. They slammed your car door, right?
That is correct.
Wow. Okay. So you were handcuffed. You were. They knew that you were going to get your phone to record them, and they violated your civil rights to free press, your First Amendment to video record them, and they took you to jail. So oh my God. So they took you to jail. What was their excuse on why they took you to jail?
Well, the charges, they were talking to each other that the charge is so new that it wasn't loaded yet, and some employee was gone, and, it couldn't be loaded.
That the charge was new and it couldn't be loaded?
Yes.
Okay, let me pause this right there. Did you just hear that? The cops told her the charge is new and it cannot be loaded. So they took away her First Amendment right to public photography, freedom of press. And now they're sitting here talking about it's a new charge and it cannot be loaded in the system. They're trying to figure out what exactly they can take her to jail for. You were detained for exactly what?
For between like about 6 until a little after midnight.
No, I mean exactly what did they detain and arrest you for?
They didn't tell me. They didn't tell me. They did not tell me.
Okay, were you fingerprinted in when you got to the jail, to the police department? So they booked you in.
Yes. Yes.
There has to be a reason why they booked you in. They didn't tell you what the charge was?
Yes, they gave me a ticket here. It says, code against feeding undomesticated animals.
Okay, guys, so I decided to look into this whole feeding undomesticated animals. California state regulations concerning feeding wild animals. The California Code of Regulation prohibits feeding big mammals, including bears and deer. It also makes it illegal to harass or herd animals. The fact that many homeowners have made it a habit to feed small birds can be considered an exemption to the rule to some extent, because in most cases, installing a reasonably small bird feeder will not interfere with natural normal behavior of local birds. Man, these people are tripping, really. So here we have a lady who has a huge heart, a senior citizen who was slammed against a vehicle, who was stripped of her rights. Her car door was slammed shut when she tried to go for her phone to record them. And they actually sent out an email to the whole department about her. What the is going on? What is this, guys? You're telling me that we could go to jail for feeding some pigeons? Someone could go to jail for doing animal cat rescue and going out there trying to feed them, make sure they don't go hungry? This is sickening. Now, here is something I just found about undomesticated rodents or mammals. Mammal will include two coyotes, raccoons, foxes, or possums. So, in other words, I don't see, cats or dogs, unless they think that a cat is just a rodent. I think out there in Atlanta, Georgia, you're able to shoot a cat, treat it like it's a rat or something like that. But let's get back to the story. Oh, wow. Wow, I'm very sorry that you're going through all of that. Okay, so this ordinance thing, this new code that they were talking about, is that the code that you're talking about? Is that the code they were talking about?
Here. Yes, because on this notice to appear, it says Garden Grove forbids feeding undomesticated animals. That's what it says.
That Garden Grove, wow. Oh my God. I'm very sorry that you're going through that. This is pure retaliation at its finest, so you know that, right?
I could, I saw it, yeah.
And they were sitting there laughing at you. Jesus.
Yes, when I arrived at the police station, they all were saying, "Oh, that's her. Here she is." And as I was sitting in the cell, as they walked by, they were laughing and say, "Oh, that's her." So yeah.
They were laughing, saying, "Oh, that's her," and
yeah, because
that's just so sad. So you let me know what you want us to do.
Well, want protection against harassment and fear from the police for feeding the poor cat.
All right, guys, let me read you her email that she sent me this morning. As soon as I woke up, this is what I woke up to. This is from Mrs. Han. This is what she wrote. Fear and harassment quickly returned from the Garden Grove PD for feeding these poor, abandoned group of 9 cats. My heart broke as I sat in jail for 6 hours between 6 p.m. and 12 a.m. last night for the poor kitties waiting for their meal. 2 cops showed up to this site as I was begging them to contact Animal Care Services that I have permission. They knew not to give me access to videotaping. They refused to call to verify that I was granted permission. They did not hand out a ticket for feeding cats as to the step after receiving a warning. Instead, I was handcuffed and taken to jail. They threatened to tow my car that was parked. Cops are above the law. You know. It's best not to touch them. Okay? I believe it is the backlash from the calls their department received This only hurt the incident. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. This only hurt the innocent cats. Please do not call the PD. Now, this is Mrs. Hahn's wishes. And the reason why is because the PD has struck fear into her heart. And it's sad. If this doesn't break your heart, then I don't know what will. Now, here's another thing, guys. None of us need to live in fear and feel like there's going to be, you know, some type of roundup or retaliation just because we, the people, call up to the police department to speak to the people that we hire. Garden Grove PD, I guess they have no criminals out there in Orange County, right? To where they're going after someone who could be our grandmother just because she wanted to feed some cats and take care of them. This is sad, guys. This is sad. It's wicked. It's evil. It's a nasty, perverted agenda that they have going on. The blue line thuggery. Let's finish your story. Yeah, that's very traumatizing. So now, from your email that I read, the police department installed fear into you now.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that's something. And was that your first time going into handcuffs?
Yes, yeah.
That's traumatizing.
Well, I mean, it's traumatizing knowing that they could pick on me anywhere in the city. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
For anything, and I feel what you feel. That that fear is inside you. That you could be picked on for walking on the sidewalk. You know. So.
Yeah, and it shouldn't be like that at all. It shouldn't be that way at all. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna, with your permission, I'll upload this video here for that way all the supporters out there, they know exactly what's going on with you and what Garden Grove PD did to you.
Okay.
Now, we didn't ask, you know, even though I posted the phone number to Garden Grove, we have the right, you know, to give them a phone call, and this is from the prior video. I'm not saying I'm going to do that on this one, but we do have that right. The police, they do work for the taxpayers, like you said in that first video that I posted for you. So, but they forgot about that, and now they're out there picking up people for feeding cats and putting you in jail. Yeah. I mean, I believe in my heart they kidnapped you. It's all a game to them. Their egos got hurt. Their pride got hurt.
That's right.
And
that's right.
And now here, that's not right. When I hear that word, they put fear in my heart. I mean, that really gets to me a lot because I know they do that to people. They do that to people, and it's not right. It's not fair that they do that, and I'm very sorry that you went through that. I really am. I'm very sorry.
Right. No, because when you're against the cop, they are above the law. I was begging them. I said 2 nights before there was police escort with animal control officials giving me permission. Please make that call. But no, you have no protection. They will do whatever they want to do. There is no law.
You're right. You're absolutely right. And I'm sorry. I really am. Like, my first thought was get in my car and drive down there right now. But what we can do is I am planning on driving up that way. And what I'll do is I'll bring my cameras and everything, and let's see how they react if somebody else is out there, someone different is out there feeding those cats. You know, so as long as you got the cat food, I'll do it.
Okay, yeah. Well, I know that Stray Cat Alliance is helping tonight a little bit.
Okay.
And tomorrow, you know, so, but, I mean, it's a, what happens is the residents will stay inside their door. You won't see people coming out, but they're evil. They all are watching you, and they will repeatedly make the call consistently every day to annoy the cops, you know.
That you're feeding cats.
That's what they do.
That you're feeding cats. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you won't encounter people, but they are in their windows, inside their windows, making the call consistently. Yeah, regardless of what explanation has been given to them, animal control officers walked around the night before talking to residents that,
Right.
we all are here together, including the cats. Everyone wants to live, and so the cats will be fed within limits, such as nothing left behind within 45 minutes, that sort of thing. But the residents will consistently pick up the phone and call the cops every single day.
There's a scripture in the Bible, and I wanted to encourage you and help motivate you with the scripture. The scripture says that fear does not come from God, but power, love, and a sound mind. So I believe in my heart that when these evil people do this, they purposely do it to invoke that fear in your heart, for that way you won't do the right thing. That way they'll make you bow down to their agenda. Now, I'm not someone that just hates cops. I believe that it might be a handful of them somewhere. I can't lose hope that might be actually good, or try to do the right thing. But there's these ones that are staining any type of honor they can have within these police departments. It's stained already, and it's stained not with red, white, and blue. And not with being honorable. It's stained with just a blue line, and that blue line is their gang symbol. So, and I truly feel like that. And there's a lot of other people that feel the same way. But I'm very sorry that you went through that. And this is your cell phone number, right?
That is correct, yes.
Well, I'm here for you. And I know there's going to be a lot more other people that are here for you as well. Do you want to say anything to them now while you're on the line?
Well, thank you for continuing to help the poor cats out there. And thank you for helping each other.
Of course, of course. For me to you, I really do. Like, the first time I seen your video, I knew I was going to love you. I said, you know what? I love her. She's awesome. So I'm going to do everything in my power to spread the word and get this out there for you. And hopefully we can get the help that you need out that way. And Garden Grove PD. It's Garden Grove, right?
That is correct, yes.
They need to be trained on public relations and how to treat the public, because what they did to you is just unthinkable. But I know they did it because they're known to doing some really bad things to people.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Yeah.
All right, guys. I know it's a pretty long video. Thank you for watching it all the way to the end. It's heartbreaking, guys, and I know that the majority of my subscribers, you guys have a heart. You want to see justice. This was pure injustice, what they did to her. I know it pisses you off. It pisses me off. We have the right to voice our concerns. We have the right to pick up the phone and call this police department and let them know how we feel, or to get a hold of the city council to do something, because this is not just going to, be forgotten about, what they did to her at all. The same way it's not going to be forgotten about what they did to the patient at AV Hospital. It's wrong, guys. It's wrong. And we got to make a change. And the only way to make a change is by staying together. AV Watchmen, I'm out. Before I forget, if you do end up calling this location, I'm not telling you to call them, but I know that you have the right to do that if you feel like doing it. But just remember that they're going to take it out on Mrs. Han. One way or another. These cops are getting out of control. So if you guys do take it upon yourself, I'm not asking you to, but if you take it upon yourself to do so, you guys remember, they will take it out on Miss Han. And I don't want that to happen. And I'm sure you guys don't want that either. But as you know, you have the right to do so.